You know where you live. If you want to sue someone who lives other than where you live, can you do that? Well, that brings us to this week's case. It involves a man who lived just outside the city of Syracuse, New York. There was a debt collection agency that wanted to collect the debt from him, and they sued him in the city of Syracuse. Now, there are a lot of states that have very limited jurisdiction courts, and by limited jurisdiction it means that they were set up for cities, for counties, and that they only have jurisdiction over the city or over the county, and that's true in a lot of the older states in the United States. Well, in Syracuse, the city court existed, and when the claim was brought against the man who lived outside the city of Syracuse, he said, I live outside the city of Syracuse, you, court, don't have any jurisdiction over me. And the court said, that's right. Our jurisdiction is only for the city of Syracuse. The case is thrown out, which it was. That man then brought claim in federal court under a federal statute basically that prevents collection agencies from harassing people. He said, you harassed me by bringing this claim in a city where I didn't even live. The guy said, hey, look, we made a mistake. It's not a big deal. We didn't go forward on the action. It was thrown out. Hey, no harm, no foul. Man said, yes, I was hassled by this. I had to make an appearance, go someplace where I wasn't living, even though he lived just outside the city. But anyway, I was hassled by all of this, and therefore I have a claim against you. Federal court said, that's right. Under the federal statute that prevents collection agencies from harassing people, you may have a claim here. So the federal court allowed the case to go forward. What is the lesson of this case? Well, it's a very simple lesson, big lesson though, and that is courts are geographically based. A city court only has jurisdiction in the city limits. A county court only has jurisdiction in the county. A state court has jurisdiction throughout the state. What about federal courts? Well, federal courts are limited to the jurisdiction of the federal court. There is not a federal court generally that has jurisdiction throughout the whole country. So if you want to bring a federal claim, you must go to that federal court that would have jurisdiction over the case. Now, how do you get jurisdiction over the case? Well, you get jurisdiction over the case if the person you're suing lives there. You have jurisdiction over the case generally if the events you're complaining about occurred there, such as an automobile accident, such as a contract that you entered and then the parties moved elsewhere. If the event that gives rise to the conflict, to the litigation occurred there, you may have jurisdiction, such as somebody getting married in the state and then they want a divorce, they may go back to that state and seek a divorce. Isn't always the situation, but those are the kind of factors that determine whether you can sue somebody in a particular jurisdiction. And the importance of getting the right place is that if you get the wrong place, as demonstrated by this case, one, you can't go forward on the case, and two, the person may have a claim against you for bringing a case improperly. So, purpose of this is just to demonstrate jurisdiction is important. Jurisdiction determines whether the case can properly be brought and where it should be brought. I'm David Allen. We bring you these cases every week so you understand how the law works so you can make the law work for you.